During the same Oval Office meeting in which he was being humiliated by Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney, Donald Trump also took the time to humiliate himself in front of the cameras, particularly regarding questions about the trade war and tariffs. And this comes after his own Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, just told Congress that despite what Trump says, there are no negotiations going on with China. The whole thing has been a disaster. But before we unpack all that, if you end up liking this video and you want to support the channel, please be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and alert bells before you go. All right, folks, it's been a bad day for Donald Trump, okay? We already covered the Mark Carney interactions, but during that same sitting, Trump was asked about tariffs and trade deals and trade wars, and his answers were really stupid and incoherent, starting with this one here and him trying to justify his tariffs against China, and really how we're actually saving a lot of money by not engaging in trade with China.
And by not trading, we're losing nothing. So we're saving $1 trillion. It's a lot. But they want to negotiate and they want to have a meeting, and we'll be meeting with them at the right time.
Well, you haven't met with them yet.
I have not met with them, of course. You would know if I met. I'd tell you they want to meet. But, you know, we are right now, look, they're suffering greatly. Their economy is suffering greatly because they're not doing trade with the U.S. And they made most of their money off the U.S. Don't kid yourself. They don't make the money off other countries like this. And they.
So Trump's notion is, listen, you know, if we don't do trade, we're saving money because, you know, trade is like charity, right? And if we don't give charity, we get to keep that money. Well, you know, if you look at the quote tweets on this, it's pretty funny. How in the girl math did he come to this conclusion? Dan Pfeiffer of Pod Save America says Trump's brain is basically rotting oatmeal at this point. By this logic, we should just stop buying anything and we all be rich. Let's see. Trump's trade policy is if I quit my job, I save on gas. Everyone in the Dementia Police Department must be at the donut shop because, my lord, if Joe Biden ever said something this objectively stupid, there would be immediate demands for a mental acuity test. But I will point out to Scary Lawyer Guy that Trump, of course, I ace all the mental exams. Man, woman, camera, giraffe, elephant. You know, it's the best. I get like more than 100%. I'm the best. I'm the biggest, best, sharpest, smartest boy. Nobody ever does tests like me. You couldn't do those tests. But I mean, it's just true. Like, even if we take what he says at face value, which of course you shouldn't, it was just a really stupid thing to say. Trump is by far the least intelligent president in our country's history. It's not even remotely close. An urn with Joe Biden's ashes would run intellectual circles around this R word. So he's just being mocked left, right, and center. He's so fucking dumb, man. This is not how it works. A trade surplus deficit is just the difference between the value of the imports and exports. Not trading doesn't save money. It actually costs money, shrinks your economy, and puts price pressure on all products that impact price and availability for consumers. Indeed. Well, you might think, okay, that's pretty stupid. Surely it doesn't get worse. Well, it does, in the sense that Trump proceeds to whine. And by the way, actually, I should say, before we play these clips from Trump, I want to see what order I want to do this in. You know, no, let me just point this out here, okay? This is, you know, Trump talking about, well, you know, China wants to deal with this. Of course, they want to talk to us. You know, I haven't talked to anybody, even though he had indicated previously that there had been high-level contacts between China and the United States that has since been debunked. Trump continues to peddle this notion that, oh, China's, you know, there's negotiation going on. Well, earlier today, same day that Trump just said what he just said, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent testified in front of Congress and made it very clear that no, the Trump administration has not held any negotiations with China over tariffs. Bessent testified before a congressional oversight hearing of the Treasury Department Tuesday morning and dealt with several bipartisan questions about tariff deals that Trump had promised he'd either made or would soon make in the aftermath of his Liberation Day tariff announcement on April 2nd. Uncertainty over whether those deals would actually be made has led to economic trouble and genuine concerns about the growing odds of a recession. Secretary, let's fast forward a year. Where do you see the U.S. with respect to tariffs and overarching strategy? Said Representative David Joyce of Ohio. Quote, do you anticipate all trade deals being bilateral, or will there be a multi-country trade pacts of which groups of countries agreed to a tariff schedule? Quote, this will be path-dependent on our trade partners, Bessent replied. Quote, as I said before, there are 18 very important trading relationships. We are currently negotiating with 17 of those trading partners. China, we have not engaged in negotiations with as of yet. So I expect we will see a substantial reduction in the tariffs that we are being charged, as well as non-tariff barriers, currency manipulation, and the subsidies of both labor and capital investment. So to be clear, when Trump's like, oh yeah, we're definitely talking with China, totally full of shit, according to his own Treasury secretary. Now, having said that, yes, Trump has been exposed as a liar, not for the first time, but Trump also got defensive during this Oval Office meeting about reporters asking him about trade deals and the importance of trade deals. And hey, how many of you signed? Do you understand how important this is? When are they going to get done? He gets really triggered by that. Why are you asking me about these things? So let's play these two clips and unpack them together.
Trade. Just to finish, we also have a situation, because everyone says, when are you going to sign deals? We don't have to sign deals. We could sign 25 deals right now, Howard, if we wanted. We don't have to sign deals. They have to sign deals with us. They want a piece of our market. We don't want a piece of their market. We don't care.
So there, Trump gets so triggered. Why are people asking me about deals? We don't need to sign any deals. Wait, what? Financial markets aren't going to like that. What do you mean you don't need to sign deals? I thought the whole point of this was to sign deals because you think trade deficits are inherently bad and you want to eliminate them all. Now you're saying we don't need to sign trade deals at all to renegotiate the trade deficit? What? He's constantly moving the goalpost. And that seems to indicate that they're not making a lot of headway on these trade deals because now he's trying to downplay their importance. I mean, who gives a shit about trade deals anyway? Right? That doesn't sound like a person who recognizes the importance of trade deals, is consistent in his rhetoric, and who believes that meaningful progress is being made. If instead he's like, it doesn't matter, stop asking me these questions. And so then he goes further and he just complains about the press. Like, I wish you guys would stop asking me these perfectly reasonable questions about the state of our economy, which I'm single-handedly ruining for mysterious and inconsistent reasons.
Simple. It's very simple. So I wish they'd keep, stop asking, how many deals are you signing this week? Because one day we'll come and we'll give you 100 deals. And they don't have to sign. All they have to do is say, we'll start sending our ships right now to pick up whatever we want or to bring whatever we want. It's very simple. It's very simple.
Did you see that? Not only is he bitching about people asking him these perfectly reasonable questions, note the goalpost shift there. He just shifted the goalpost again. He's like, no, they don't actually have to sign anything. They just have to make commitments. He knows he's screwed. He knows he's screwed. Bipartisan experts and veterans of multiple administrations have said it takes years to negotiate a trade agreement and then to have it go into effect. Trump is too stupid to recognize it, and only now does he realize, oh shit, this timetable isn't adding up. We don't need to sign deals. They don't need to sign deals. They just need to say nice things. Folks, this isn't good. And again, it's indicative that he just doesn't know what he's doing. But with all the certitude in the world and all the power in the world, he has put the United States on a collision course with the rest of the world for no damn reason. This is why his polling numbers are in the toilet. So he's going to keep moving the goalpost. Don't let him. Call him and his surrogates out for it. Say, no, asshole, you promised me this. I want this. I want X. You promised me X, not Y. And we're already going through the alphabet all over again, just thinking about all the goalpost shift that Trump has made over the past several weeks, if not months. Don't let him try to reframe the narrative. He promised you 90 trade deals, ink on paper, 90 deals in 90 days. If he doesn't deliver, he is an abject failure for which he and his party should be ruthlessly punished at the ballot box. Don't let him change on it just because he's getting visibly insecure and triggered now. In the meantime, let me know what you think in the comments.